Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything is good wherever you are. Guys, before I start the video, just a quick message to you guys. Guys, like I say on every video, smash the like button. It really helps me. It really helps me. I know I write it in the comments as well, but if you can really smash the like button, it really helps. You know, I'll tell you a little story. A while back, I spoke to YouTube and I said, I spoke to an operator. I said, man, you guys are messing around with my views. Like, sometimes my view goes high, sometimes it goes low. I don't know what's going off. You guys are messing me around, you know, because how come sometimes I get good views and it's like it's seasonal, you know? But to this day, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I don't really understand the algorithm. I don't really understand how it works. Like one month my channel will go sky high and I'll get a load of views, and then it'll go back down where it'll start, you know, it'll go down a little bit and the views will drop. That's just how, I don't understand. Sometimes I don't get YouTube. I take on some of your advice. You say do thumbnails and all of that, make it all fancy. You know what, guys, I generally haven't got, I try to make the time, but you know what, it's because I'm out and about. It's very difficult to find time to do all of that and editing and stuff. Like even this, like to get the videos out, it's like if I do a 15-minute video, 2 videos a day, for example, that's 30 minutes. And then to put that up and then put that my video up on Facebook and you know, go on Instagram, and you know, that takes up a lot of my time. You know, I'm on my phone a lot of the time on doing boxing, and yeah, so it's just time consuming. It's time consuming, and you know, as you guys know that I'm a sports lecturer, so it's you know, that takes up a lot of my time as well. So preparing and all that, so I can't really, it's very difficult for me, and I'm not really good with a computer, like editing and stuff like that anyway. Don't get me wrong, I can sort out, I can do thumbnails and all of that stuff, I can sort that out, but it's just the fact that, you know, I really would appreciate if you guys smash the like button. Let me go back to that story on YouTube. Basically, she said that, you know, just tell your subscribers to comment on the videos, and that's why I always say, if you can leave a comment, smash the like button. It doesn't take a lot of time for you to hit the like button, but it makes a lot of difference to me. So yeah, and some of you, I know some of you have been my subscribers for a long time, and I know you do hit the like button. But yeah, everyone that comes onto this video and the newer video that I put up, can you please smash the like button? It really helps me. It helps my channel grow. And basically that woman just said that, you know, by people smashing the like button, by commenting on the video, eventually, and obviously the other thing is staying on the video. So like if you click on the video and stay on for 2 minutes and then go off, that's no good as well now, because YouTube have changed their system where it's kind of like, that's why my videos are longer now, because firstly, I do ramble on a little bit and I do talk a load of crap at times, I know, but it's just that I like to go into depth, and before I used to do loads of videos. I used to do 3-4 videos, but I was like, nah, that's not how it works. Now YouTube's about people staying on the video, and it's how long you stay on. If I make short videos, then people aren't really going to stay on, or YouTube aren't going to really, they're going to punish my channel, you know. So that's why I make longer videos and I can talk about it. What I might start doing as well is talking about not just the topic, but talking about doing a video, like maybe do one video related to a certain topic, and then one video where I can just basically scan through what's happened in the day, which might be good. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate if you smash the like button, share the video, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, because it really helps. The more people, more of you that subscribe, the more the YouTube will push, you know, this content out to people like yourself that like boxing. So yeah, I've just finished the gym. That's why you can see the sun in my face and I'm sweating. I've just finished the gym. So yeah, let me just get this in the way so that the sun's not covering my face. But yeah, so guys, if you can really help me with that, I'd really appreciate it. I know you guys do anyway, most of you do. So yeah, the ones that are new, just thought I'd let you know a little bit about my past, you know. And yeah, if you can smash the like button, really appreciate it. I thank you for everyone supporting my channel. I know this is long and the intro is going to be long, and you guys want to hear me talk boxing, which I will in a minute, but yeah, if you can really give, you know, the channel that love, that support, and yeah, hopefully one day you'll see me continue to grow. I am, to be honest, you know what, let me tell you something. I am growing because I remember back in the day, like I used to get 100 likes, 200 likes. Now constantly, like my videos get like 500 likes plus, and when I go on a bit of a boom, it gets 2,000, 1,500 views per video. Like, so yeah, man, you know, it's up and it's all like on and off kind of thing. It's like blowing hot and cold. That's just the way it is for me. But what I'm hoping is eventually that I get so big, my subscribers get to a point where, you know, it's my algorithm is always going to be high, and I'm never going to experience high growth and low growth, and it's just going to be constant. That's what I want. I want continuity. I don't want 1 month my views go up and then the next minutes. I don't understand it. I don't understand why that is. But the reason why it is because one thing I noticed, I was getting quite good views last month. But towards the back end, when our views were going high, the video duration of you guys staying on the video dropped, because the more views you get, the more new subscribers come onto your channel, and they may not stay on. Like most of you guys that watch my channel and watch it constantly and comment, you're the same guys coming on, so you probably watch the whole thing, because me doing a video has become like part of some of your lives, where you'll watch all my videos, you know, and you'll probably be there now, and some of you have been there for ages. But this is the point. So whereas some of the new viewers, they're new, so they're probably watching so many other channels, and they'll just skip by, see my content, you know. So I appreciate all of you, you know, even some of the new ones, you know, James Deere, my guy, you know, we don't always agree, James Deere, you know, even Reynold Powell, you know, these are some of you are new, like Jay Johnson. You just left some comments, you know, all of them, all of you guys, man. You know, my man Steven, Joza, my man Joza, what a guy, what a man he is. Like, he's been following me for a pretty long time. You know, EK, Faris, Khan, I'm thinking of Naima, it's Sham. You know, so many, man. There's so many that, you know, that are watching my channel, and I'm probably getting so many people that have actually tuned in for my channel over the years. I appreciate it, man. Is this, oh man, I've gone on for flipping 7 minutes, man. Flipping hell. But yeah, let's get on to what I wanted to talk about anyway. I wanted to talk about Jermall Charlo. So it looks like, oh flipping hell, this son, Jermall Charlo, looks like he's pulled out of the Seleucki fight through injury. He's called out, and funny because I saw a video of him calling out Golovkin and the winner of Canelo and Golovkin, which I found a bit bizarre that he's just pulled out of a fight. Oh, this son is really pissing me off. But yeah, he's pulled out of a fight. And for me, these guys' careers, I don't know what's going off with their careers. It's really frustrating. It's really irritating that their careers look like wasting away. Like Jermall Charlo has got a lot of talent. He's a very good fighter. I like him. I've always liked Jermall Charlo, but let's be brutally honest, their careers are, firstly, they're fighting no names. Seleucki's not a top fighter. He's a guy that, you know, you fight a third tier, you know, you could probably say a C-level fighter, a guy that he's fighting at this stage in his career, where Charlo needs big fights now. Charlo doesn't need these fights anymore. He needs big fights. He needs fights that he can get his teeth into and get motivated for, man. He's made a lot of money without fighting guys like Canelo and that. And this is what I mean. Charlo's a name. And look, these guys have been getting overpaid. And what I mean by overpaid is really they don't bring in the viewership or the numbers that the money that they actually get paid. You know, they don't really bring that many eyes to their fights to what Al Heyman's actually paying them. But now it's about time for them to step up and give the boxing fans some fights that we want to see. You know, Charlo needs to fight Benavidez, and Charlo looks pretty reluctant, really. Let's be brutally honest, to fight your Benavidez. And for me, he was avoiding Andrade as well. I don't understand what's going on with Charlo, to be honest with you. Since he's jumped to middleweight, his run's been very poor. Let's be brutally honest, it's been very poor. And it's irritating for us fans, because we want to see Charlo in fights. We want to see Charlo fight the best, and unfortunately, Charlo isn't fighting the best. And I'm getting frustrated with these guys, because I'm thinking of it that this is an era, and it's passing by, and we're not getting to see these guys fight each other, and the fights don't seem anywhere close. You know, the fights don't. The lightweight division and this division, like the super middleweights, middleweight division, no one's fighting each other. It's pretty stagnant. It's pretty poor in the sense that the fights, I know Haney fought Kambosos, but really we want to see like the guys that we were talking about were Haney, Garcia, Tank, and Teofimo, and even Lomachenko. None of those guys have fought each other. You know, Kambosos came into the mix because obviously he beat Teofimo, but the fights that we wanted to see haven't even happened at lightweight, and the fights that we want to see at super middleweight or middleweight haven't happened as well. So to me personally, it's really frustrating as a fight fan, and I'm pretty sure it is for you guys, that we're not getting these fights. And when are we gonna get these big fights? When are we gonna get these big fights? When are we gonna get Charlo fighting Benavidez? When are we gonna get Benavidez fighting Andrade? When are we gonna get Andrade fighting Caleb Plant or Andrade fighting Charlo? Like, you know, there was a perfect time to make the Andrade Charlo fight, and Jermall Charlo, for me, avoided that fight. I don't know why he called him a horrible fighter. That's something that Canelo said. But Canelo Alvarez fought Bivol. You know, he fought a top fighter. Charlo's fighting Seleucki. You know, Andrade was fighting Zach Parker. But again, I'll give Andrade a pass because Andrade wanted a fight. He wanted to fight, what's his name? You know, he wanted to fight Charlo, and Charlo was the one that avoided that fight. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. These guys eventually are going to have to step up. These guys are eventually going to have to fight each other, but they've got to do it soon because fans are starting to get irritated, frustrated, and you know, they're losing their patience with these guys. And not just that, these guys are wasting away their prime. They're wasting away their prime where they should be fighting each other. But everybody is looking to take the Floyd Mayweather route without actually fighting the fights that Floyd Mayweather fought. You know, Floyd Mayweather fought all the best, irrespective when he fought them, whether he fought them, whatever, but he fought all the best. You know, and not everybody's Floyd Mayweather. If Jermall Charlo fights enough top guys, I think he'll lose. Same with probably Andrade. Same with all these guys, because I feel like they all have flaws in their game. But that O is so important to so many fighters that most fighters are afraid to lose that O. You know, that O is probably the most cursed thing in boxing at this point. And the O is what is stopping these fights from happening, because Floyd Mayweather, since he became undefeated, has basically kind of, there's a rhetoric that goes around that if you lose, you're not that good. There's a way of beating you. You're not that great. Floyd Mayweather has done that. And that's probably the worst thing, because most fighters don't have the talent that Mayweather has. And most fighters, if they were to fight enough top guys, you know, they would lose. Let's be honest, Floyd Mayweather really lost against Castillo. He lost that fight against Castillo. So, you know, Mayweather should probably have an L on his record as well. So, this is the thing that boxing fans have got to understand, or not boxing fans, but the fighters have got to understand, is that us fans don't really care about you taking an L as long as you're putting it on the line and fighting the best, you know. And boxing fans have now become like that as well. Some boxing fans have changed their view, but if everyone starts fighting everyone and we start getting great fights like we did with you know, just say Inoue Donaire the first time. You know, we start getting fights like that, because when the best fight the best, that's what you're going to get. That's the kind of fights you're going to get. That's the kind of combat you're going to get. Those are the kind of great fights we're going to get. And we need more of that. That's the thing. We need more of that. But the problem is a lot of these guys are protecting that O, and that's basically not giving us what we want, man. It's really irritating, really frustrating for me as a fight fan that we don't get to see big fights. We don't really get to see a lot of them, enough of them, you know. Like in UFC, Dana White makes the big fights. He doesn't care. He just says, no, okay, the public demand this. The UFC demands this. UFC fans demand this. I'm gonna make it happen. He takes it out of the control of the fighters. Unfortunately, with boxing, you know, promoters, different networks, there's so many things that are stopping big fights from happening. You know, that promoter's got an ego, that promoter's got a problem, you know, and they stop making big fights. You know, there's so many things. Like, it's not just the fighters in boxing, it's the promoters, it's the networks, it's this, that, and that, and the other. And there's so many issues. You know, you see people like Hearn and Ellaby going back and forth with one another. You know, you see all of this all the time. So you're thinking, there's no way that those guys are going to make fights together. If they have that much hatred towards each other, or Ellaby, I think Ellaby doesn't like Hearn. He has that much despise towards Hearn. There's no way he's going to work with Eddie Hearn. There's no way he's going to work with Eddie Hearn. So this is the problem with boxing. Boxing is in my opinion, suffering from that, you know. They need to all get together and start making these big fights, because boxing will win. You know, if these guys actually start making these big fights, boxing will come good. Boxing will come good. But these guys need to start making fights that we as fight fans want to see. And there's many fights out there that we fight fans want to see. You know, we want to see Crawford Spence. We want to see Jermall Charlo v Demetrius Andrade. We want to see Canelo Alvarez v David Benavidez. We want to see all these great fights, you know, and unfortunately, we don't seem to get them on a consistent basis. You know, imagine if Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez would be made. Imagine how big that would be. That would be way bigger than Canelo Golovkin. Do you know what I mean? And that would be way bigger. It'll be on another stratosphere, on another level. And this is why I get frustrated with this sport sometimes. You know, that why is it that the fights don't happen? They sometimes don't happen. Some good fights do happen as well. You know, we do get some fights, but the real big ones seem to take very, very long. Spence Crawford, Golovkin, Canelo the first time took an age to make. The real big fights don't seem to get made when we want them, like Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. You know, the real super fights don't seem to get made. The fights that we really want to see, like here in the UK, for example, Amir Khan, Kell Brook. You know, we wanted to see that fight in their primes. We wanted to see that fight when they were both at their best, and we never got it. And that's the issue I have with boxing, is that we never get what we want when we want. We might eventually get it. We eventually got Khan v Brook, but we didn't get it at its best. We got it a poor, rubbish version of it. And that's the problem with boxing, that we don't seem to get the fights when we want to see the fights. And that's an issue, really. That's a big problem. Because that hurts the sport, in my opinion. That hurts us. Because we want to see the best fight the best. You know, I can't imagine how big that fight would have been in its prime. You know, imagine, like, you know, them two fighting in their prime. Khan and Brook would have been huge. You know, Floyd Pacquiao. Sorry, guys. Had to take that sip. I'm in the car and it's flipping really hot. Okay, and Floyd Pacquiao was, for me, the fight happened at a time where it wasn't the best time the fight could have happened for the fans, but it was the best time for the fight to happen for both fighters to get paid the most money. So both fighters wouldn't have got paid that kind of money if it happened in 2010 or happened in 2009. So they both fought at a time where actually financially it was better for them. But the fight, that fight Mayweather might have always done what he did. But I actually think it would have been a much better fight 5 years earlier, because I think Pacquiao was more devastating 5 years earlier. And that's the issue I have. The same with this trilogy with Canelo Golovkin. I think it should have happened a couple years earlier. You know, or maybe it should have happened a couple fights after the Golovkin second fight. But instead, it's happening at a point now where really a lot of people think Golovkin's old. He's 40. And what does Canelo really gain from it? If Canelo beats Golovkin, knocks him out, oh, well, he beat up an old man. Inoue had a tough fight with Donaire, right? He had a tough fight with Donaire, and now he fought Donaire and he knocked Donaire out. A lot of people aren't giving him credit. My friend Naeem Sham said that, oh, well, he just beat up a washed up 40-year-old. That's what he said. But he's got a point. He's got a point as well. But that Inoue might just be great, right? And maybe Donaire was, because Donaire was still a champion. He beat a Barley, who was a good fighter. But the point is as soon as you beat an older fighter, that's 40, you're not going to get credit for it. You're not going to get credit for beating a 40-year-old. It doesn't matter even if that 40-year-old's still good. You're not going to get credit for it. And that's the issue. You know, Golovkin might go on to beat Charlo, but Canelo won't get credit for beating Golovkin. And that's the problem. In terms of Jermall Charlo and calling out Canelo and Golovkin, I don't think that's a realistic fight, personally. Will Canelo fight Jermall Charlo? Possibly at 168. He may do. You know, I do think that fight's possible. I think Canelo might go and fight Charlo, because I think it's a fight. But right now, it's not practical, because Canelo's going to fight Golovkin. Then we know he's going to fight Bivol. So we know Canelo's locked into probably up till a year's, like, he's not going to fight. In September, he's fighting Golovkin. Then in May, he's probably going to fight Bivol. Then the latest he can fight is next September. Is Charlo going to hold on to next September? We're talking about another we're talking about another 14, 15 months. We're talking about another 15 months, guys. So this is the point I'm trying to make. What is Charlo doing in the meantime? What is he doing with himself? And this is why it's frustrating that someone like Charlo should be doing a lot more than what he's doing, man. Charlo's a very good fighter, but he's not doing enough, and I feel like he's wasting away his prime years. He needs to, I don't see there's that much urgency. Now, he is saying, I'll fight him. He said, give me Canelo, give me. But the point I'm trying to make is, I don't feel like there's that much urgency. I think Charlo's making a lot of money and he's happy, he's content. You know, that's just what it feels like. Because Andrade really wanted to fight him, and it seemed like for me that from Charlo's side, now Charlo said a few things that, oh, you guys don't know what's going on behind the scenes and this, that, the other. But at the end of the day, if you really want to fight Andrade, right, and you really want to make it happen, surely Charlo can make it happen, because Andrade wanted to fight, you know. So I don't know. And Charlo was saying things, he's a horrible fighter, and he was saying stuff like that. So that really puts doubt into your head, does he really want this fight? But I like Charlo. I think he's good for boxing. But at the end of the day, he needs to step up and fight. He needs to step up and fight these top guys. Otherwise, really, what is there to show about his career? Like, he's never become a unified champion. He's never beaten another champion, right? You know, while he's been champion, I don't think he has. Has he ever unified? I don't think he has. His brother unified a whole division, became undisputed. You know, and his brother lost a fight, drew a fight. You know, so his brother takes on challenges, man. But there's no shame. Nobody right now is giving Jermall Charlo stick, right? Jermall Charlo just beat Brian Castano. Before that, a lot of people thought he lost to Brian Castano, but people still giving Jermall Charlo. I'm giving Jermall Charlo a lot of respect, because Jermall Charlo took on all the challenges at 154. He fought everybody. He beat everybody. You know, it doesn't matter whether he lost to Tony Harrison. It doesn't matter whether he drew against Brian Castano. It doesn't matter, because he fought everybody. And eventually he beat everybody. You know, you got to respect somebody like that. And I respect Jermall Charlo even more, because Jermall Charlo lost against Tony Harrison, came back, knocked him out. Then he fought Brian Castano in a fight which a lot of people thought he lost. And then he came back in that one and knocked him out. So you've got to give Charlo a lot of credit. And a lot of people were doubting him before the Harrison fights. After he lost to Harrison, they were doubting him. When he drew against Castano, people were doubting him that he would even take the rematch. And if he did take the rematch, they didn't think he'd win, but he did. So I hold Jermall Charlo in very high esteem. He's undisputed champion. So yeah, leave your thoughts, man. Let's see if Jermall Charlo can get the big fight with Canelo or Golovkin. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.